I'm just reading Wheelock's Latin here, the 7th edition, which is the newest edition, and I highly recommend this book as a primer for Wheelock's for learning Latin. And I would suggest that even if you own the 6th edition, I also own the 6th edition, but if you own the 6th edition, I would actually recommend that you shell out another few euro or dollars for the 7th edition, because it's much better in my view. Like, they really did some good revising work for the 7th edition. I was reading the foreword here, written by Frederick Wheelock's daughter Martha, and she's discussing the sentences, the gems of Latin, as she calls it. And one of the gems of Latin is summum bonum, which means the highest good. And I just annotated over here, Deus est summum bonum, God is the highest good. Sānctus Thōmās de Aquīnō, Saint Thomas Aquinas. I am not an atheist. However, I think it unlikely that an omni-God exists. An omni-God is a God that is all-powerful, all-good, all-knowing, all-benevolent, and I just think it unlikely that this version of God exists. This version of God, if you believe in it, you are a classical theist. I prefer to think of myself more as a post-classical theist or something like that. But one of the theoreticians of classical theism, one of the philosophers who formulated, one might almost say invented, the God of Classical Theism is Thomas Aquinas. And he called God the highest good, summum bonum. And why is this relevant today? Well, if you spend time, like I do, on YouTube watching debates between philosophers on the existence of God, sometimes you will find this Latin phrase, summum bonum, thrown about. And that is a great thing about Latin, is that you can get a real implicit knowledge of philosophical terms.